I shall be talking to you guys about a certain character from Sword Art Online, the anime that introduced us to Kirito and Asuna. Well, when it comes to this particular character got introduced in the second season of SAO, particularly the storyline arc of GGO. Now, if you guys are not familiar with GGO, that is Gun Gale Online. It's kind of like an alternative type of game to Sword Art Online. Kirito went into GGO to try and defeat someone that came from SAO, and it was killing players in real life through the game as well. You know, like shooting them in the game and then them dying in real life. So Kirito had to go into there, and while Kirito was in there, he met a certain blue-haired sniper named Sinon, aka Asuna Shino. Now, if you guys are not familiar with this, Sinon is actually my favorite character in the whole of the Sword Online universe. Like, I love Asuna, I love Lisbeth, and I love Silica. The only one I probably say I don't like, and this is gonna be a hot take, I don't like Alice, to be honest, because I feel like even though she did spend a lot of time with Kirito there, she didn't do it in the right way. I mean, Kirito was kind of like, you know, like unconscious, so Alice is really taking care of him, so I can guess that, but the way she kind of acted towards Asuna, at least when Sinon first met Asuna, it wasn't even that type of deal, to be honest. But this is not about Alice, this is about Sinon. Alright. And one of the reasons why I want to talk straight to you about Sinon, and why personally she's one of my favorite characters, is because of the way they introduce her. Literally, if you look at every single SAO girl that they introduce, Sinon has the best introduction. We already have a little inkling to who Lifa is, or Sugua, Kirito's cousin, in terms of the show. Asuna, we meet her straight away. Lisbeth, we meet her at her shop. Silica, we meet her, you know, like as she's getting kicked out of a group. And then Alice, Kirito goes into a different game. But if we want to talk about characters that got shown, like towards the end of episode 1 of season 2, we're shown this girl that is with the sniper that's with her team, or with the people that she's playing with right now, and she's getting ready to take on a target, and we're like, okay, this character kind of interests me. And then it's just like, are you good enough to take the shot, Sinon? And then she's like, no sweat, and then takes the shot, and that's where the episode ends. And I can't even lie. Throughout watching the first part of season 2, let's not forget GGO is the first part of season 2, because season 2 is broken up into 3 different parts. There was the GGO arc, there was the Excalibur arc, and then there was the Yuki arc. And Yuki arc is actually not that bad. Yuki has a very good introduction as well, but it's just the fact that the moment we're supposed to look at this character, we know nothing about this character, and within the first minute or so, you guys can probably tell me, or tell me in the comments, were you guys actually interested in Sinon within the first minute of the showing? Because a lot of people that read the Sword Online manga were probably knowing about her, but for people that watched the show, they were probably like, alright, who's this character that they're introducing? I feel like she's going to be a main part of the season 2, you know, like first arc, and turns out she was. But then we get her backstory as well. She was a child, and she is afraid of guns because when she was a child, the place that she was at with her mother was about to get robbed, and her mother was about to get shot, and she had to wrestle the gun. She bit the guy that had the gun that was about to shoot her mom, and she ended up taking the gun in her hand and shooting and killing the guy. And that is one of the most traumatizing things you could probably experience as a child, and is no shocker, and it's kind of funny and, you know, like irony that she plays the game to deal with guns. And her main point for playing the game of GGO is to, you know, like try and get over her fear, try and get over, you know, like her past trauma, and she's just not able to. She has to really accept that the fact that she did kill someone in real life, and she's killed people in the game before. And over the course of like just the whole story of GGO, we see Sinon, you know, like learning about Kirito, you know, like getting introduced to Kirito, and then finding out that Kirito was actually a guy. She kind of treats him in the way that I feel like everybody would in that situation, and, you know, like trying to like, you know, like kind of like puts Kirito to the side. She says she hates him, by obviously every single girl that said that they hate Kirito it's come around to them liking Kirito. So yeah, Sinon was still just there for Kirito, and when Kirito met Death Gun in the game and he started getting trauma, Sinon was right there after, and Sinon started talking to him about that. They shared their experiences with each other and what happened in real life, and then when it came into the time of the game, the final game, the Bullet of the Bullets, and we see the time and experience that they just have together, and just it kind of makes you relate both of them together, and I kind of love that they introduced Sinon and Kirito basically in this simple instance right that, and obviously Kirito is obviously taken by Asuna in real life, and of course in ALO as the current standpoint going of where GGO is, but still, just Sinon's introduction and the way Sinon's characters kind of develop, because obviously, let's not forget, in past Sword Art Online, past GGO, Sinon becomes a part of ALO as a what's it called? A sylph? And with a bow. She's the one person that has a bow. And every single time that she just shown on the screen, it's just a really unique instance. And then when it came to Ordinal Scale, the movie, Sinon was the only one that was really just kind of off screen. Like, she wasn't one of the characters that was getting shown around. She would pop in now and then and interact with Kirito, interact with Asuna, and then when it came time for the final battle, she ended up helping them defeat the level 100 boss, and Kirito became number 1. And obviously Sinon and Kirito are good friends, as of course are Sinon and Asuna. In fact, Asuna, I remember seeing this in an article or seeing this on Wikipedia or anything like this. Asuna has a name for Sinon. What did she call him? Sinonon? I think that's the name that Asuna calls Sinon. But still, Season 2 of SAO, no matter how many people want to shit on SAO, and everybody wants to say that SAO died in Season 2, SAO really fell off in Season 2, I don't say that. I think SAO fell off in Season 3. I still love SAO for the first and second season. And keep in mind, the second season, when I mean second season, I'm talking about part 1. The Excalibur arc was pointless. And then the Yuki arc was basically just giving Asuna her own arc, which was overdue. Asuna deserved her own arc, and they did it in a good way. So, besides Excalibur arc, I really want to say this, and you guys can let me know in the comments down below. Season 2 wasn't all that bad. Let's not forget how Season 1 ended, with that whole storyline of ALO and the guy that was trying to get with Asuna that was a lot older than her. Yeah, that's how Season 1 ended. If Season 1 didn't end that way, oh yeah, you could say everything that you want to say, but Season 2, Part 1, and Part 3 were definitely better than ALO. And that's a hot take. You guys can argue with me in the comments down below. But I just wanted to get in that simple, personal opinion video and just say, in my personal opinion, the best female character that Sword Art Online has introduced was Sinon.